Can lightning cook a whole chicken? So imagine this, there's a storm brewing overhead, rain pouring, and suddenly a bolt of lightning strikes. You rush outside, only to find your uncooked chicken lying on the grill. Could that massive electric shock have turned your poultry into a perfectly cooked rotisserie masterpiece? Or will your bird be more charcoal than chicken dinner? To understand if lightning can cook a chicken, we first need to know what lightning is working with. A single lightning bolt can reach temperatures of 30,000 kelvins, 53,540 degrees. That's about 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Impressive, right? Also, an average lightning bolt carries 5 gigajoules of energy, roughly equivalent to detonating a ton of TNT. That's more than enough power to cook dinner and destroy half your backyard in the process. But at first glance, lightning seems like an overqualified chef. But let's not start seasoning the chicken just yet. To cook a chicken, you need to reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius to kill harmful bacteria. The question is, can lightning transfer enough heat to cook the entire bird before it's incinerated or blown to pieces? Cooking food involves evenly heating it from the outside in. Lightning, however, is a quick, explosive discharge. Its heat doesn't linger long enough to slow roast your drumsticks. So while the outer skin of the chicken might char or even vaporize under the intense heat, but the inside? That's a different story. Now let's imagine our experiment. You've placed a whole chicken, raw, unseasoned, and slightly nervous looking, in the path of a lightning strike. What happens? Lightning doesn't gently warm the chicken like your oven. Instead, it delivers a massive energy surge in less than a second. The outside of the chicken would instantly burn or explode due to the rapid heating and expansion of water inside the cells. While the surface gets obliterated, lightning struggles to penetrate deep into the chicken. Meat is a poor conductor of electricity compared to other materials. This means the heat might not even reach the core before the bird becomes a crispy pile of ash. The result is, you end up with a chicken that's blackened on the outside, raw in the middle, and probably splattered all over your yard. Bon appétit! Surprisingly, there are real-world examples of lightning interacting with animals, though none involve anyone sitting down for a meal afterward. For example, cows and trees. When lightning strikes a cow or tree, it often leaves severe burns on the surface but doesn't cook them. The energy dissipates too quickly to provide even heating. Lightning's heat and power are also great for melting metal or frying circuits, but terrible for making your dinner. There are no documented cases of lightning cooking an animal or food has ever been reported. That's probably because most people don't stand outside in storms with raw poultry. But let's say you're determined to make this happen. Could you tweak the setup? You could coat the chicken in a layer of metal foil. This might help direct the lightning's energy into the bird, but it would also risk vaporizing your dinner entirely. So, not great. Maybe one lightning strike isn't enough. What if you positioned the chicken in a lightning-prone area and waited for several strikes? Unfortunately, each strike would likely destroy more of the bird, leaving you with progressively less chicken. If we could somehow harness lightning in a controlled environment, think mad. Scientists' lab vibes, we might be able to direct the energy more effectively. But by the time you set this up, you could have grilled 100 chickens the normal way. Now, here's where lightning could inspire a cooking method. Lightning generates plasma, a state of matter that could theoretically be used in high-tech cooking devices. Also, some industries use rapid bursts of heat to sterilize or prepare food. However, these are controlled, unlike lightning, which is about as predictable as a toddler in a candy store. But using actual lightning, it's like trying to cut bread with a chainsaw, overkill and wildly inefficient. So, can lightning cook a whole chicken? Technically, no. Lightning is too fast, too destructive, and too uncontrollable to produce anything resembling a well-cooked meal. At best, you'd get a burnt mess. At worst, you'd have no chicken, and possibly no grill, no backyard, and no eyebrows. If you're craving crispy chicken, stick to the air fryer. Leave the lightning to the sky.